Greetings, Pisces. Thank you for joining me today. This is your new moon reading for the 4th and the 5th, I think the 5th Northern Hemisphere, 4th in the Southern, new moon in Scorpio. So we are in Scorpio season. There's a lot of stuff going on astrologically, and a podcast I like to watch is the astrology podcast. Really informative, Chris Brennan and various guests on there. So anyway, let's get into it. We're just looking at, and we will go through and clarify, we're looking at overarching energies, your choices, traits for ease and moving forward at this time. It is a pretty crazy time, isn't it? Everywhere in the world, I think, at the moment. But anyway, do check out your... if you know your moon, ascendant, Jupiter and Venus as well. And do, if you can and want to, check out the new moon in Scorpio reading, because a lot of the individual astro readings are sort of threads from that main reading coming in. So let's get stuck into it now, Pisces. This is for you. Overarching energies at this time. You know, you see yourself maybe within a group or collaborative efforts in the pipeline, I would say. This is a really strong, you know, we've got a pyramid on wheels here, an aerial sort of view of that. It's probably one of the strongest structures, but it is a card of building foundations, maybe in a new way, with pulling in the resources of people in your world. It could be anything really, work, projects, whatever. As I said, we'll go through and clarify. In the position of choice, we have the Seven of Wands. This is a card of really drawing boundaries for yourself, but as in terms of, you know, drawing boundaries in relation to others as well. Of course, you don't want to get too heavy-handed with this. It can be about standing up for your principles, and maybe for some specific Piscean out there, you know, you're working within a group project or whatever, and you really need to be at this time expressing how you would like to see things develop, or how you want to be seeing things progress from this point. And I guess that's the thing with the Seven of Wands, is that it can be sort of a little bit heavy-handed. Sometimes it's necessary, obviously, to stand up for your principles. Sometimes, yeah, well, it just depends on the situation, doesn't it? I think there's so much going on at the moment where people, you know, everything's like either right or wrong. There's sort of the light and the dark and the blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it's all one and the same thing. We all have our own truth. It's not that we expect others to believe what we believe, I guess. But anyway, depending on what scenario is, you know, what's going on for you, Pisces, at the moment. So it's interesting. That's a choice, to be laying down some boundaries, to be standing up for what you actually believe in quite strongly or whatever. Traits for ease, where we open something up in order for there to be a mutual reciprocal flow here. This is probably one of the most harmonious cards, strangely enough, right next to that card of choice with the Seven of Wands. This is one of the most harmonious cards of balance in the deck. There's an equal flow, an energetic, you know, and oh God, I'm having a bad hair day. In the sense of energetic exchange, you could say, you know. It's a card of choice also. And in some readings, you see the Two of Cups as a sort of love exchange. Every exchange, one hopes there is an element of love in every exchange, ideally. But pardon me, sorry, Pisces. So this is interesting in the area of traits for A's. Maybe we can give a little bit more. Maybe the drawing of boundaries. We don't need to be. We don't need to make a song and dance about it, is what I'm saying, do we? Sometimes we don't, because we know them within ourselves quite strongly, right? And when we do know that quite strongly, we're aware of our, we're aware of this. This runs more smoothly, this equal exchange scenario. Anyway, so Pisces, we'll go through and clarify as I keep saying. Moving forward, we have this gorgeous, I love the Prince of Swords, because in this deck, in the Thoth deck, we see he's got his sword. He's been sort of pulled along by these little characters, which are technically, you could see them as being thought forms. He's created them, and they're taking him on a kind of merry dance, Pisces. Sometimes there's a purpose to this. So it's very unfocused. It's just going with whatever's in whatever direction for a period of time. Sometimes this is necessary and sometimes it is quite productive, ultimately. But in the process of being in this, if we're in this card, it can be a bit frustrating. It can be just a bit confusing, quite honestly. So anyway, let's go through and we'll clarify. Let's have a look at the three of discs, please. What have we got? There's a lot of options here, actually, with the Three of Discs, this collaborative card. Overarching energies. You don't necessarily feel it as a tangible thing. It's more of a feeling. So we have the Seven of Cups, a card of many opportunities, options. But sometimes many options make for a level of confusion. Well, we're seeing that in this Prince of Swords, mental confusion. Look, some of these are probably viable and get off the ground, and some of them aren't. And I guess this is ascertaining that. Do we take a risk? Well, we've got the Page of Wands here. There is a risk. There's always a risk. This is a young, exploratory, experimental character. Adolescent, really. A young character who is willing to take risks, actually. But I would say, in terms of clarifying the Three of Discs, the Three of Discs is an incredibly strong, solid card. It would suggest that there's even just in getting this card that there is there's a strong foundation within this. So, which makes, in my mind, it makes the Seven of Cups far more viable and slightly less confusing. But we are prepared, we need to be willing to take a risk within something here, something in your life, work, projects, could be anything, could be in a literal sense, it could be a new house, it could be anything, So anyway, let's look at choices here. So we're sort of involved in some sort of project that involves other people, or there are other people involved here. Maybe that's where you see the risk lies, Pisces, is the fact that there are other people involved here. So we get a few cards. First up, there would be a sense of guidance here to look back at the past, because it may well be that some person here involved in this collaborative potential, maybe the answers that you seek are looking back, because those people have been around for a while. This is just what I'm getting. They've been in your life for a while. Look back at the past if you're uncertain about how their involvement in this at the moment. That's just what I get. It could be for someone specific out there, who knows. But anyway, we're looking at choices here with the Seven of Wands, where you're laying down your boundaries, or you feel that you really need to. And I get a sense that maybe you just need to lighten up a bit on that front. Anyway, look, we get the Prince of Swords, again, another adolescent character, ascertaining the dynamics of power. There's a power play going on here that you're part of. But you have to, Pisces, what I get is that you need to figure that out. What is comfortable for you here? What is comfortable for you? That's the most important thing. Not anyone else. You don't go against the grain. You don't go against what are your values or your principles, your integrity. And it's funny because, well, not funny, but, with the Seven of Wands, there is a friction here, because there is a sort of going against the grain. We see the central wand, and there's kind of like sparks, because it's sort of moving in a different direction from the other six. There is a friction here, and it's about power dynamics, Pisces. With that Prince, we get, that's why I say just have a look back, we get the Seven of Discs, a card of reviewing. Look back at, review, just have a look back at what similar, I'm just seeing a similar situation or event. Look back and see what it yielded for you in the past, and I think that will give you a good idea about your decisions at this time. And I think that's the key. We get the Six of Wands now, which is the victory card. As I say, I don't often get fixated on the friction involved in the Seven, where we see that central wand actually going against the grains of the Six. Then we get the Six, right? So I think there's a key here, and it's something to do with your past experience, someone that you're dealing with here in this scenario. Anyway, Pisces, let's have a look. Traits for ease, mutuality, that's what we all want, isn't it? Reciprocity, free flow, backwards and forwards, nice, just really nice, balance, harmony, that's all we want. Two of Cups, can we clarify, please? Oh, Two of Cups, can we clarify? Clarify the Two of Cups, please. It's interesting, Pisces, it's interesting. So something, just getting too many cards. Something definitely, there's big sort of decisions to be made here. There are many options. There is a power dynamic that you are dealing with. And maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe it's not really necessary to go through it. It's like a storm in a teacup. It's just what I hear. But it might not be a storm in a teacup, but that's what I hear. The storm is coming not from you, but it's been created by someone else is what I'm getting. Traits for ease, 2 of Cups, harmony, beautiful. We get the Empress, another beautiful card. This is so creative, nurturing, unconditional love at its purest, most beautiful form. We see the new moon at her feet. Look, you know, it's sort of like taking the path of least resistance is what I hear. But, you know, I think the thing here is don't get bulldozed by someone else's drama, actually. Traits for ease, this is what it is. Empress, beautiful. 2 of Cups, beautiful. The Fool, new journeys, new beginnings. New beginnings. Maybe this project is about the potential for a new beginning of sorts, but I just get this thing of other drama happening, some drama, and it's generated by someone else, Pisces. Anyway, let's have a look. You know, it's Scorpio season. Can be a tricky time. It's been a tricky last couple of years, really. We're looking at the Prince of Swords moving forward, being pulled along by these, what they are described in the Book of Thoth as little fairies. These thought forms, confusion. Confusion, yep. I'll just get one more card. Look, I think it's confusion created by someone else moving forward here. It won't last either, this confusion. So, to clarify, this lovely prince going all over the shop, there's a reason for it. We get, again, the 7 of Wands. So, I mean, this could be elements of, I just think there's someone else in this reading, and I don't really think that it's necessarily a group of people, but I think it's another person. And they're really, and this could be elements of their personality, really, not yours or not anything else. Because I do get that, that you're getting pulled into someone else's drama and you're having to embody the 7 of Wands. And it's questionable whether you really should or need to, you know. Pisces. With that, we get justice coming out, the need for balance, the need for harmony, natural law plays out. Yeah, justice, standing up for your principles. But I just feel like it's a combination of that. Like it's someone else has created. Oh, someone else has created some drama here, is what I feel. But anyway, we can't get too specific. They're very general readings. But don't be sort of Don't be railroaded, is what I get. Journey map card to top this off. Or no, hang on, we'll get a Brian Froud Pixie and Fairy from the Fairy Oracle, I should say. Yeah, interesting. The key is for you Pisces, just look back, see what there's something similar about this. You've experienced it before. You've experienced the same stuff before from a particular person. Now, this could be specific to just one person out there in the world. Who would know? We get what we get on any given day. Just get one more card, please. Pisces. Yeah, I think there's a journey involved here at some point too. And I think in the last reading, something about Pisces, I think, if I remember, something about a journey or preparing for something or something like that. Anyway, Pixies and Fairies. We get Singer of the Chalice. There's a lot of love here. I mean, there's a lot of love around you. Which, and there's also a level of indecision with Indy here. So there's some decision, there's some decision that's been made underneath whatever is going on the surface of this. There's a decision that is going to be made. And then we get Losguna, which Losguna, I think, Pisces, you got this last time too, pulls herself out of the mud to move. We're moving, it's like we're moving, we're discovering things that have been around us that maybe we overlooked, or we're traveling, we're moving, there's this travel thing here. Interesting. Could be about organising a journey or something, with a bunch of people. Anyway, let's get a journey map card, and then we'll get a Kim Cran's Animal Spirit card, which is really gorgeous. Just as the icing on the cake. Yeah. All right. So, not sure where Heart Song comes into it. This is about feeling the threads of people that you are connected with, whether they be in the same place or not. We feel the vibration, we feel the web. We're on it like big spiders. And we're all connected through these webs of the heart. I love this card. So it doesn't matter how far away or whether people aren't actually even here anymore on this earth. We're still connected through that glorious thread. Interesting. If we're looking for support, if we're looking for backup, it's just what I hear. Let's get a beautiful animal card. We've got one popping out, which is to me like the magician, the crow, sentry. Beautiful crow. The world is your oyster, Pisces. So we don't need to get tied up into other people's dramas. It's just strongly what I get here. The world is your oyster. I love this crow. And, wow, we get the cobra. You can see you've got clear sight, clear direction, clear focus. Don't, be put on a wobble or go off course. Stick with it. Stick with it, Pisces. Wow, that was interesting. I hope this finds you well. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you for the full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 19th of this month. So do take care. Have a great week, Pisces, and we'll see you next time. Okay. Ka kite, bye.